Friends, my guest, Nina Parker, is a trailblazer, breaking barriers and creating a space for women with curves. Nina's on her way to becoming an icon in the fashion world, an African-American woman to launch a plus-size clothing line called the Nina Parker Collection. Give it up for her. She is here today, unlocking the keys to loving our bodies. Please welcome my dear friend, Emmy-nominated TV host and fashion designer, Nina Parker, to the show.
I had to celebrate my friend. I'm so happy for his show.
I know, thank you.
I had to give you a little ditty dance, you know?
You know how we do. When we dance, we're like, okay. So, Nina and I go way back. I gotta let you know. I'm talking about from the trenches.
Don't age us.
Okay? Listen, look at the baby faces. See, the thing about black is it don't crack. So y'all don't really know how old we are right there. Y'all really don't know.
I do that original hairline, honey.
Okay, you know, okay. But did you ever imagine back then that we would both be on this journey, but more so specifically for you, that you would be here?
We have really held each other down, and this industry is a thankless industry. This industry is not kind always to people of color, especially black people. And there are a lot of ups and downs.
Yes, and also not just black people, but black folks at the intersections of things. Black and gay, black and plus size, black and women. You know, like they don't get,
when you're breaking barriers, when you're different than the status quo of what we've been taught is beautiful or what is successful look like, it's always a challenge. You know, it's always like when you're the first to do it, there'll be somebody plus in someone's family. But then when you're on TV, they feel like you don't belong there.
I can tell you, as a television host, you have been, literally, I would walk in the room, they'd be like, we want this little certain, and Nina was like, no, you don't, you want me, okay? You want me, and it's the truth. But it's that confidence.
Yeah.
It's that confidence, but it's also this awareness of what you deserve. And that's what you've always brought, why people respond to you.
Well, you know, something I have in my clothing line, there's a piece of clothing that's stitched into each line, and it says, my worth is not determined by my waist.
Ooh.
And
you better speak on it.
It's always been so strange to me that clothing lines would stop at a certain size. I'm like, you think I don't want like some cute ripped jeans? Or, you know what I mean? Like, you can't make this shirt a little bigger. And so it always was weird to me that worth was attached to size. Like, you deserve to be less happy. You deserve less success. You deserve less money because of what your waist looks like.
So is that what got the idea to start the fashion line, of wanting to
No,
get another
what
word?
got it was I was tired of looking tired and dusty because they didn't make cute clothes. I was like, I do not want this floral print big dress.
Come through, yes, ma'am. Come through.
Yes. If I'm gonna wear florals, you better put a slit in it.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
and I was seeing so many things that I wanted to wear myself that just weren't available. And I was on television, I was filming 5 days a week, and my stylist was struggling. We would find one outfit and be happy. And I'm like, well, girl, we got a whole week.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
And it was like, I was tired of, you know, especially when you're plus, you get a uniform. You find one thing that looks good, and you're like, this is my staple all the time. And I was tired of having one staple.
Yes.
I was like, I need all the staples. Call me staples.
Okay, call me that, okay?
And so really it was out of frustration. It really wasn't because I had a love for fashion. In fact, I was anti-fashion because I felt like when I watched these shows, when I watched these places, I felt like I didn't belong. And when I shop plus, I would have to go into the back of the store on the 3rd floor like I was doing a drug deal. I'm like, I am just trying to get a V-cut top, not crack.
Okay. Now y'all see why we friends, because she's a mess, a mess. Hold on, but can we talk about that viral Oscar moment when your dress went viral?
I had to make listen, I have a luxury of, thank you.
Stunning.
I'll say this. Because my career has been great, I have a team. And so we made our own, and it ended up going viral, and people were like, oh, you can have couture and curves.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's such a crazy thing that we're in 2023, and yet the conversation is still like, you can't have couture and curves.
Right.
Like, you know, you tweeted out something that was very empowering about creating this own lane that came after this. Can you talk about this? You said, I designed and created my own Oscar dress this year due to very limited size options. I'll create a lane of my own. You can have couture and have curves. I mean, literally, that type of declaration is what led you to having your own line.
It was just little by little, but what was more important was...
You look stunning, girl, by the way. That face is sitting.
You.
Okay?
Thank you. What really struck out to me was how many people it resonated with. And so that was really another catalyst for starting this, because not only did I want to create a line for curvy women, but also something accessible and affordable.
Yes, yes. I wanted to go to this. How does it feel to be the first ever Black woman to launch a plus-size clothing line, the Nina Parker collection? How does that feel?
You know, I have to say, it's so odd when we're still getting firsts as Black people, right? Because it's a lot of firsts that we're dealing with.
Girl, you gotta tell, listen, I say that all the time. When people are like, you're the first gay Black man I ever talked to, I said, it's 2023, really?
Right.
I said, what?
Yeah.
What? Yes, it's
an amazing blessing. And I will say there have been other plus creators, but I have created the first exclusive line at a major retailer.
Yes.
And so it's been wonderful, because you never know what the response is going to be. And the response has just been insane. It's been, you know, selling out, and people are buying in droves. And it's because really it's just people just didn't think that plus women wanted just regular, cute, fashionable items. And I don't know if you know, the plus women, they spend money. They spend a coin.
They spend a coin, yes. Yes, they spend a coin, yes.
Yes, they just need a place for their coin to live.
I call you when I'm done working, and you know what this means to me, this show, and how much I care about people.
Yes.
And I have so many women that come on the show that have been disrespected by men in their lives, have been disrespected by their mothers, who have been disrespected by friends, because of their weight.
Yeah.
And what I've loved is that you have always empowered women to love themselves every single time. But I want to know, how did you get, I know how, but how did you get to that place to love your curve?
I think you go through ebbs and flows. I think some of it comes with maturity.
Yeah.
Some of it comes from awful, horrible circumstances. And some people lose themselves to it. And when I first started TV, you know, I was young, I was plus size, I didn't have a ton of money, so I was styling myself. And you know, one thing Black people gonna tell you is if you look crazy.
Okay, okay.
And so, you know, people would tweet and be like, you know, you need to do your hair, you need to do this. But then what would come later is the racist trolls, the, you know, fat shaming trolls. And to me, I was like, I'm talking about content, and I'm not only representing myself, but I'm representing a culture of people, and that should be way, way more than what I look like.
Yeah.
And, you know, I found that people were so vapid, and they were focusing on what I looked like and not what I was saying. But that also made me realize, you know, you taking time out of your day to talk to me, that let me know I have some power.
Yes.
And what I will tell people is, I exist in your world, you don't exist in mine. And that's by choice.
Yes.
We choose what exists in our world.
So when were you able to get to that place where you said, I'm going to embrace my body? I know you said ebbs and
I
flows.
fought the air a lot.
You fought?
You know, I cried. I have a really good, you know, family and a tribe that I can vent to and speak to. I'm human just like everybody else. But I will say, like, I take note of people who care about me and their opinions and their concern. But someone who is nowhere near anywhere I want to be, it doesn't matter to me.
Amen.
I've stopped letting other people's opinions affect me, because you'll be responding to people all day.
The minute you can let go of what other people think about you, it is such a gift. It is the burden of people's opinions.
I don't care. And you have to remember that.
Because people are always going to have something to say.
They're always going to have something to say, and the rules do not exist.
Yes. Well, we talked about that a little bit. The narrative that people like to push of, like, women who are curvy don't have relationships. They can't find a man.
Child, please. And I'm not even joking. Like, I have had several long-term relationships and healthy relationships, and so have my girlfriends. And that just hasn't been my experience. I've had a lot of issues. Finding a date has never been one.
Okay.
This, like, culture of social media and everything needing to be perfect has really skewed what reality is.
Yes, yes.
And that's just, a lot of these things just aren't the truth.
And then we receive that, and we start to repeat it and make it our own truth, instead of realizing that you have to fight against that and know that's not the truth.
Sometimes your energy is what repels people, not what you look like. So if you don't feel you're deserving, then you won't be.
Listen, stop giving up. Listen, y'all didn't know me was about taking the church. She said, if you don't feel deserving, then you won't be. If you don't feel deserving, then you won't be.
You set your narrative.
How do you feel like your story resonates with other women? Because one of the things that I love about you and I, people know that they're getting the genuine us, and they know that who we are is who we are always. How do you feel like you resonate
I think,
with
look, you can get two outcomes. You can get people who aren't ready to receive that message yet. And because of that, they may react negatively to it because they're in a place with their own stuff. And you have to give grace to people who just aren't ready to move forward in their spirit, in how they feel positivity-wise, body-wise. You have to be ready when you're ready. And certain experiences cultivate you to be ready. And then you have people who are sick and tired of being sick and tired. And they just need a little uplift. They just need to see somebody who looks like them doing it to know it's possible. I'm like, I gotta get it.
Yes.
I'm gonna get it.
Amen. Amen.
I don't know, hook or crook, I'm gonna get it.
Hold on, where are you going? I'll tell you where you're going. Right here to subscribe and right here to watch more. Period.